Good afternoon, everybody. So today we are going to be continuing our unit on grammar, and more specifically, we're going to be talking about the Oxford comma, which is also known as the series comma. So to get started, we're going to go over the definition. So the definition of the Oxford comma or the series comma is that it's the final comma that appears before the coordinating conjunction in a series or list. As you can see in the picture below, it says A, B, and C. That Oxford comma is going to be the red comma between B and and. And for a refresher from our previous lessons, the coordinating conjunction is our fanboy. So it's going to be for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And those are all listed to the right of that A, B, and C picture. So what's the purpose of learning about the Oxford comma? One of the purposes is that there's arguments in the ELA community whether the Oxford comma is really necessary or not. Traditionalists, or people that see it how it's been for a long time, so traditionally, argue that omitting or not using the Oxford comma causes confusion and ambiguity, or not being totally clear in many instances. Additionally, the Oxford comma helps with the fluidity and consistency of our sentences. So it makes sure that we sound like we're speaking well and it's nice and clear and straightforward. So to help settle this divide, it was stated that the Oxford comma should be used in situations where it will help avoid confusion towards the purpose of the writing it is being used in. So when using the Oxford comma, it's going to help us make sure that what we're trying to say in our sentence is really clear and straightforward, and there's nothing confusing or unsettling or coming across the way that we don't want it to. In this first example, we see a sentence that says, Krista enjoys eating her goldfish and her little sister. So, without the Oxford comma, it sounds like Krista enjoys the activity of eating her goldfish and eating her little sister, when the intended meaning is Krista's enjoyment of the three different objects. So she enjoys eating food, seeing her goldfish, and being around her little sister. Adding that comma before and helps split up eating, her goldfish, and her little sister to be three separate ideas. So the Oxford comma helps everything be super clear on what we mean, and that Krista's not eating her goldfish and little sister, but that she enjoys eating food, seeing her goldfish, and being around her little sister. All three are separate. For our next example, we see a sentence that says, Sam took a picture with his best friend Ryan Reynolds and Cookie Monster. In number 1, the Oxford comma is not used. In the second example, Sam took a picture with his best friend Ryan Reynolds and Cookie Monster, the Oxford comma is used. So in our first example, where it does not have the Oxford comma, how many people is it saying are going to be in this picture? Good. So when we look at this, there's going to be 3 people. So there's going to be Sam, his best friend, who is Ryan Reynolds, and Cookie Monster. So the 3 people will be Sam, Ryan Reynolds, and Cookie Monster. But if we use the Oxford comma, how many people are going to be in this picture? Is it going to be the same amount? Will there still only be 3? Or does using that comma help show if there are more or less people? How does that comma change the meaning of this sentence? So with the use of the Oxford comma, there's actually going to be 4 people in this picture. So now there's going to be Sam, Sam's best friend, Ryan Reynolds, and Cookie Monster. So how did the Oxford comma change the meaning of this sentence then? How it changed it is that Ryan Reynolds isn't Sam's best friend anymore. Now Sam's best friend is someone else who we don't have the name of in this sentence, but we know that it's going to be Sam, Sam's best friend, Ryan Reynolds, not as his best friend now, and Cookie Monster. So instead of 3 people, there will be 4 people, and that's how the Oxford comma changed the meaning of that sentence in our example with Sam. Alrighty, with this third example, I'm going to need some of your help. It's a little bit tricky. It's similar to the example we just saw with Sam and his best friend, but now it's a little different. So our sentence says, I saw two people walking towards me, Alice and Bob. And where we see number 1 on this slide, do we use or do we not use the Oxford comma? Is it written in this sentence? Very good. It is not written in this sentence because we see that there's no comma between Alice and the word and. So with number 2, it says, I saw two people walking towards me, Alice and Bob. Do we see an Oxford comma in number 2? Yes, we do. Very good. Where is that Oxford comma? And based on the definition we learned, why is the comma between Alice and the word and our Oxford comma, but not me, comma, Alice? That's great, you're right. The comma between me and Alice isn't at the end of the sentence. So our Oxford comma or our series comma is the one at the very end between Alice and our... Very good, our coordinating conjunction and. So looking at these sentences, in number 1, how many people are involved in this statement walking towards me, Alice, and Bob? Good. Without the Oxford comma, there are 3 people involved in this statement. There's me, and then there's Alice and Bob walking towards me. Very good. In number 2, where you all said we use the Oxford comma, how many people are involved in this statement? Is it the same amount of people? Good, you're right. It's a different amount of people. So how many people are involved in this statement now? Okay, there's 5 people. Can you tell me who those people are and why it changed from 3 to 5? Very good. So with that Oxford comma, there's 5 people because now there's 2 people walking towards me, Alice, and Bob. So me, Alice, and Bob are standing together, and the 2 people walking towards us make it 5 people. Okie doke, kiddos. To wrap up, we're going to revisit the definition of the Oxford or series comma, and that it's the final comma that appears before the coordinating conjunction in a series or list. With that said, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns about today's lesson or our grammar unit so far? Sounds good. Tonight for homework, you're going to have a worksheet. It has 5 different sentences. I'm going to ask you a couple questions about those sentences. It'll be very similar to what we practiced today in class. If you could please have that done for tomorrow. If you have questions, you know how to contact me, and have a wonderful rest of your day.